Now, I've been here on the creek. I've had a place here on it for about 50 years, 45 anyway, and we have never had any muddy water. But now, even yesterday, I reckon when they're doing dirt, but can they put something to hold it where it won't be muddy, or if they got much mud coming in here, it looks like they're mudding the creek. And I mean, and it'll only be muddy from where that branch comes in, the first branch there.
Is that Morel branch? Is that what they call them?
That's, well, we call it copper branch. I don't know what the real name of it is. But right there, and I mean, you can get there at that creek, and it looks like that you just pouring mud out coming into the creek there. I went out there and seen them, and they said, well, we did have a problem. We built a lake there to hold it, but evidently they ain't got one big enough. Because that mud, and I know that, in other words, this up in here gets muddy some because it comes when the tide's coming in.
It carries it up.
And it's coming from the branch, which is coming out of up there where they're hauling dirt or whatever they're doing up there. But all this mud is coming in here now. I'm afraid it's going to, well, I know when they get all the oil and the gases and the fuel and everything off of those planes coming in, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It will. But I've been concerned about that. Well, the first rain, and of course it's been a little bit, and I went and talked to them. It's been about 2 months ago. And then this last rain, and it ran in here for several days. I mean, we had to drain off from the other streams. I mean, it'd have a flood like we had. You might have a little bit of stain, but nothing like we had on that up there.
Yeah.
So would you say this was unusual?
Oh, this was just pure dirt coming in here. It's gonna. In fact, it'll dirt up. There won't be no deep holes in here because it'll all be mud.
Yeah.
Because it'll come in here. There ain't no telling how many truckloads of dirt's already been dumped in the creek.
Yeah.
Because it was just, I'm talking about, if you'd have had something to have got the mud out of the water, you'd have had some sure enough. But it's disgusting to think. Of course, I'm 72 years old, so I ain't going to be around to. But the kids and all, I mean, you know, it's been such a clean stream, and looks like now it ain't going to be that way.
My name is Roy. I live up Morrison County, but I've been fishing this water for 16 years. I'm right here at the docks in Burnt Mill Creek. And this water today looks like somebody poured half their coffee full of cream. And it's coming all the way back to Burnt Mill Creek. And it's running in currents back here. And it's as far back as you can run, it's running. And it's dirty, nasty, there's no fish. And it's all the way to the steam plant and merging all the way into Crooked Creek. And it's just crying shame. It's all run off from that airport. And I know it is, I've never seen it before. I've been fishing this 16 years and never seen this. And something's got to be done about it. You people in Bay County pay these taxes and you pay for this kind of stuff for your recreation, destroy your bays and your waterways. You already killed all the shrimp farms out here. We had shrimp and stuff in this bay years ago. You've already killed it off by the pollution. Now you're killing everything out of here. That airport's a crying shame. Try to take shortcuts to build something doesn't get it done right. You try to save money and it costs you a fortune and fines that you could have built that airport right and you wouldn't have this problem. You get back, you got a lot of cypress trees that merge in this water. And in a typical rainfall, you might get tannic acid off of them. And the tannic acid will make your fishing a little rough, but it never turns it coffee color. You've never done this, never have I seen this. This is wash off right here. And there's no doubt in my mind it's coming out of that airport. Better cut it off or I'll say what I really think.
I'm very pleased at this opportunity to say something about life here along Burnt Mill Creek. I've lived here for close to 13 years now, and I've been here at a time when this place was filled with fishermen. And now maybe one or two, but no signs of fish very often. And it's just really, really sad. And the two occasions within these last few months of downpours have just left our water, as I'm sure they've shown you, like chocolate milk. And just about as good for fish, I guess, as chocolate milk. So I hope with all my heart that there are people who are still dedicated to this and do something. my fondest memories of all, just across near Highway 380, people who come at night, I guess for mackerel, I don't know, and build big fires, and they sing. They're never a nuisance, and it's just beautiful to watch, and sad to think that, you know, this isn't going to go on very much longer. And I think it's a end of a rural Florida way of life here in the north, and I'm not glad that I'm one who saw it. Ordinarily, when I come out from my house, this is brackish water and it's never crystal clear, but you can see down, you can see the trash on the ground, and sometimes little crabs scuttling along, and occasionally a fish coming by. Well, beginning whenever it was, yesterday, day before, I guess yesterday morning, I think. I mean, just glancing out from my kitchen window, I mean, it was instantly brown, brown, brown. And I guess it had gotten that way in the early hours before I even got up. And I felt so distraught. I called the environmental people, I called the News Herald, I did what I could just to alert people, because particularly the News Herald, I think they're the only organ we've got for at least saying something, and I hope they keep saying it. But it's no browner, certainly, but it's as brown as it was then, this water, and is filled with whatever that is, sediment that changes this area. And I mean, maybe it's progress, and maybe they'll straighten it all out sometime, but in the meantime I think they're losing Burnt Mill Creek.